Hi guys, we're going to be building the Afterburner. If you're using printed parts, you'll need to grab this particular part, insert 2 heat inserts there, flip over and put a heat insert there. Now these are plastic molded parts that came as a gift with my FormBot kit, so I'm going to be using it. I don't have to do it. This is an optional 2-hut PCB. Also, you can go ahead and insert. And you will also need to put a heat insert here, right? And on the back here and here. And also one on the side here. All right, again, I'm using a pre-made part so I can skip all those steps, which is nice. Also, you'll need this part and insert 3 heat inserts. 1, 2, 3. This also came with my kit, FormBot kit, which is nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this. And also, this is for adjusting screw on the extruder. You'll need to insert a heat insert there also, right? Again, I've got a printed part, which is nice. Skip all those steps. Next, you'll need to insert 2 heat inserts here and also 2 on the back. Next, you'll need to grab the fan shroud and put 2 heat inserts here and here, and also in the front here and here. All right. But because the printed parts are slightly different, it actually comes like this. It comes as 2 pieces here, which is interesting. So the printed part comes in 2 pieces when the original is supposed to be just 1 piece. And it has the heat inserts in the right locations where you need it. Okay, I've got the Fetus Dragon high flow. Standard flow should look the same. The size should be exactly the same. This is same mount as E3D V6. If you're following the Voron 2.4 manual, you can just go ahead and follow along as if you're following the E3D. Now I'm gonna go ahead and insert this with the big hole facing back, and it should fit right in this slot here. So this printed part is actually a little warped. You can see it's supposed to be straight like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually use the printed part. So a slight warping of the part could affect your print, so that's why I'd rather go with the print that's gonna be solid here. So 2 inserts here. I know I was supposed to print this out in black, but I already was printing something else and I didn't want to change the filament. So I just use this. Let me go ahead and insert. Okay, you'll need 2 up here. I got the Fetus Dragon high flow here. It should fit right in here, the knob. Alright, and you're gonna make sure the big hole faces in the back over here. Now you'll probably want to insert your thermistor in the hot end before you put it on, so let's go grab it. If you have the FormBot kit, grab this thermistor and the heater here. Hi guys, go ahead and insert the heater, hot end heater here. Because of the clearance here, you want to push it in a little bit more, in my opinion. And then according to the Voron manual, you want to put the thermistor on the other side. Alright, so put it on the other side. Go ahead and tighten up. Now you don't have to over tighten it. These things don't really come off anyway. Just a little tight will do. The heat end just pretty tight. And you're gonna go ahead and grab the fan shroud, making sure the logo is coming out like that. You'll need 2 M3x16s, but because I'm using this free part from FormBot, it actually uses smaller M3x8 for this one. But go ahead and use a M3x16 if you're using a regular printed part. Tighten this real good because you don't want this thing to rattle later. Make sure it's straight before you tighten it up. Okay, that should be nicely in there like that. Let's go to the next step. PTFE tubing holder out. Go ahead and use the one with the very small hole. Alright, there's a bunch of different ones. Go ahead and insert this. Okay. Insert it all the way so it goes through there. Now we should have went in about there, okay? About there. So hold it there. With this pushed in, and I went in about there, yeah, perfect. Okay, pushed in all the way. Go ahead and pull this up and lock it into place. Not gonna fall out. And you're gonna need to measure 10 millimeters and cut it. Measure 10 millimeters from the bottom here. And it's literally just right there. It's gonna be 10 millimeters from here. Alright, so it's basically 1 centimeter. Hold it there. It'll be literally right there. Okay. If you have a PTFE tubing cutter, I would recommend use that. If you don't, you probably want to use like a cutting knife. Whew. Yeah, that was actually a pretty good job. Make sure you have a very nice rounded hole like that. Very flat. Grab two M3x40s, and we're gonna go ahead and attach this. Now this is gonna be the back. It's gonna face the back, and we're gonna attach it. This is gonna be actually the front of the printer. So once you install it, all you're gonna see is this part with the fan, the Voron fan. So go ahead and insert the M3x40. Now as for these wires, it's gonna go under here like this. And like that. There's a cable guide here. You can go ahead and use 2 zip ties and tie this up neatly. Okay, so once it goes in like that, it's not gonna get in the way of anything. And that's gonna look. You can put another zip tie here also. 2 zip ties. And boom. That looks nice. So when you put it in, the cable's ready to go. Next, let's go ahead and grab a frame. Next, we're gonna go ahead and put these guys, slide into these 2 screws. Go ahead and slide it in. And cut these belts a little too long, make sure they're not sticking out. Go ahead and slide these under there. Make sure to leave them a little loose. Later on you want to slide it out. Okay, they can be slid. Then screw in the bottom 2 here. For some reason you need to access those holes. Just take these two out and you can slide this down and out. Okay guys, grab the last NEMA 17 stepper. The pancake motor, they say. Grab one of these dry pinions, they call it, I just call it pulley. Press some thread locker. Oh god. Way too much, no, that's a waste. Okay, put some thread locker. I'm using orange thread locker, that's why it looks orange. Okay, make sure it's 3.2 millimeters from the bottom here to the edge. Make sure the grub screw is on top there like that. Now there is a guide that I printed out. I don't know. I must have misplaced it, which is sad. 3.2. Just get it just above 3. Make sure you get it on the flat side there, just like that. Screw. Just measure it again. That's like 3.2 exactly. Alright, get it nice and tight. Now, when you put this on, when you put it on, it's gonna go like that. Make sure the wire connection is coming this way. And now you're just gonna go ahead and insert one M3x8 over here. Okay, just like that. Don't tighten it all the way yet. It's adjustable so you can align the holes. So go ahead and align the holes and then tighten it. Okay, that looks very nicely aligned. And then screw it down. Okay, nice and tight. Next, grab the drive shaft. And it seems like it's already pre-built here, but I'm just gonna double check. So let me go ahead and loosen this screw. Just make sure it's on the flat side there. See that flatness? So make sure it's nice in there. Okay, that's looking really good. Okay, get the two MR85 bearings, these tiny bearings. And go ahead and just slide them in there. There we go, slide in. If it doesn't fit, don't force the issue as it can damage the bearings. The Voron guy says sand it down, but mine fits just fine, perfectly. Next, you're gonna grab this bearing and just put it in this hole. Just put it in the hole. Touchdown, baby. And you should see that the rotation of that makes it go round and round, round and round, round and round. Okay, keep going. Okay, grab the other piece. It should actually have Voron logo on the printed parts, but mine doesn't, so let me go ahead and push it in there. Grab two M3x30s. It should just go through like that into the motor. Let's speak British. Yes, I'm actually British. I like to get these Hotend parts pretty tight because that's where all the loosening happens. Go ahead and move the shaft. Move this style here, and it should move nicely. You see that? Make sure it's moving nicely. Go ahead and find this dude. You should have put the heat insert in there. It's like a little knob there. That's gonna go in right here. Gonna just sort of going over here somewhere. Just stick it in there. Just leave it for right now, and later we're gonna put some stuff in there. Grab this guy, and you're gonna have to grab some pieces here. All right, grab this gear. There should be no grub screws, right? And you're gonna go ahead and insert this little thing in here, and another one in there, and insert the pin. You're gonna stick this right in here with the fat part going this way, and it should just pop in there just like that. This is your filament adjuster. You can go ahead and adjust the tension of the filament. Idle adjuster, basically. Okay, double check the alignment there. Grab another M3x30, and you're gonna stick this guy on the left side down here, like that. Stick the M3x30 here. Align the holes. Align the holes. And you're gonna grab this piece here. That's gonna grab onto that. M3x20. Okay, don't make it too tight, just make it loose after it's just tight. It's supposed to move up and down like that. And next you're gonna grab the thumb screw. So you're gonna go ahead and insert it like that, and then snap it in place. For right now, just leave it in there, snapped in. Now we're gonna need to use these two screw holes, right? So go ahead and take these two screws on the left side. You won't need these screws, so you can use them for something else. Boom. Done with the two screws. Next, you're gonna grab the cable chain holder, and it's gonna mount in this direction like that. Grab two M3x20s and screw in through the cable chain holder. Like that. Next, you need to grab the cable hider, I call it. There should be two screws that you just lay on top of like this, but because I got the printed part, it comes with its own hardware, and I'm actually just DIYing it. I don't know how exactly it's supposed to be. But from just looking at it, it seems like these two screws go on top of it. This is the Voron extra parts. So I'm just gonna put this on top like that. Which is actually a good idea, because whenever I took this out with the regular model, it's a pain to get this thing off, sort of. So this goes on like that. And you can just put two screws here. There we go. That's nice. Actually, that's quite nice. Just get two M3x8s. If you're following this with the Voron kit that came with the extra parts, which is like a surprise to me, so I'm just gonna attach this over here. Again, this is different from the Voron manual. This is just something new with the Voron kit they did. Okay, you're gonna later route all your cables from the hot end through here and out here and through your cable chain here. Next, we're gonna mount this on here. Route your probe wire through this cable thing here. And then you're gonna lay, there's a hole here that's gonna hit that hole. Later on, you'll want to actually undo this. You can actually undo this cable cover for now. You can access the covers. You can do this very last after you put it on, because you gotta get the cables through. So let's actually do that last. Get it in the hole, and they should just pop in there just nicely, all right? Oh, it's getting heavy now. Oh, my printer's getting heavy. Pretty damn heavy. Okay, you're gonna grab an M3x20 on the left and M3x20 on the right, and you're gonna insert these into these holes, which is gonna hold everything in place. Okay, get these bad boys nice and tight. All right, you could put this on later. You can put it on now. Okay, you can put the belt covers back on. Sorry, the wire covers. Oops, sorry. All these wires going through here. You might have to undo it later anyways. Just put it in lightly, because you'll probably have to undo it later down the road. I should have been shooting from the right side this whole time. So again, this is just from the Voron kit, but for the rest of you, you'll have to do one screw here and then take it off from the thing. But the belts should be coming out here. You can see it's nicely routed out, ready to go. For the hot end, you just need the hot end, the heater wire, which is the heater that heats up your hot end, and then the thermistor that gives you the temperature, so you can control the temperature of the hot end. So that goes, those four wires, two each, is going through here and there. At this point, check for any movement. There should be no movement vertically here. If there is, maybe one of the screws not tight enough. But this is very important. If later you're printing real fast and this moves, you're gonna end up with trouble. Mine is just nice and tight. Grab the 4010 fan. Next, grab this part. It's just gonna go right here like that. Right? And then grab this part, the Voron part. It's just gonna go like that. Now, before you do that, you're gonna need to put a fan. So make sure it's facing the non-sticker is facing this way when you look at it that way, so it blows air in, not out. Go ahead and also grab the 4020 fan blower. All right, you need the top cover off, so grab and undo the top here, and that will take it apart. You don't need this anymore. And you go ahead and put this through here like this, like that. Make sure this faces to the bottom so it blows the air down, obviously. My video got cut off, but basically you need to insert a filament, any kind of filament here. That will allow you to open this up. And let me just undo this real quick. And you're going to be able to flap this up and down, right? And as far as this, you just undo these two screws and this comes out, which I'll show you real quick. So when you want to fix your printer, you're just gonna take those out and it will just pop out. Now when the printer is installed, it's just gonna sort of hang over here, right? And then when you route the wires, this thing is not screwed in, it's just hanging there. You're gonna route this through the middle here like that, and it's gonna come out like that. And then you're just gonna use the 2 screws here, lock it in there. And do these top 2 screws first. Alright, do the top screws. Don't tighten them all the way yet. Do the bottom 2 first. And then tighten the middle. Because of the flex, it's better to do the bottom 2. You don't have to make this super tight. So you have the 2 fan wires coming out here. And you're gonna go ahead and go like that and put the belt cover on. I'm gonna leave the belt cover off for right now. You can do that all later. Oh, and let's take a look at this. Let's check the filament real quick. Hi guys, so for this particular part, this is a tension adjuster for your filament. So you're gonna open this up, and you're gonna have this round edge going here. It's gonna go around the gears on the top. Have it open like that, and you're gonna insert it over the gears and close it slowly until it snaps into place, and it should sort of stay in there. Okay, good way to do it. Go ahead and insert this into the knob. You're gonna insert this over the gear until you feel it engage this thing. All right, like that. Just hold it like this and just stick it all the way in the back. Okay, all the way in the back. And just go ahead and try to lock it. Okay, now it should stay in place and you can undo your thumb screw. And you can go ahead and close this up. And then re-screw it. Screw it onto the thing. Okay, it's on there. You don't have to have this too tight for most materials. I have it at just, oops, I fell off. I have it at just slightly tight in there for PETG, TPU, ABS. And then now the filament is locked, you should not be able to move it. Okay, when the printer's on, the filament is going to be locked when you lock this, and only the gears will move it. You can also access the gears on this side yourself, and you can feel it moving. Now if your filament gets clogged, you just undo this like that, and then you can just go ahead and pull your filament out. So the function of that, and they should lock in place like that. Lock, lock, and unlock. That's your filament tensioner. And you should be all done with the hardware assembly, except for the electronics. So next time we will do the electronics. You just go ahead and invisible print. Whee! Alright, have a great day. We'll see you on the next one. Have a Voronius day. Voronius? I created what word? I created a new word. Yay.